Hello, base survival tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts X Division with me, BlueAnkylo, of course. Last episode, we eventually managed to take down a medium base full of civilians. I would not recommend doing that again. We're gonna probably not do any more Tier 3 civilians until we've got Tier 3 on us, because that was pretty brutal. But the power armor strat was pretty fun, so we had that. Do we have any weapons that explode on impact? Seeing as someone in chat is asking, we can certainly talk about one of the MVP weapons. The antimatter cannon fires 6 rounds of explosive armor ignoring damage that apparently doesn't cause any damage to gear on the ground, so you don't even have to worry about destroying your bodies. It's very nice. Hopefully we get some antimatter Mark II shortly. For future tubers, I've rearranged some of our research a little bit just to get some of these interrogations done quicker. 40 each should be fast enough. And with that, let's get going. I was moving around... Oh, soldiers. Yes. We sent everybody home, that's all. And as well as the equipment that we borrowed. Okay, so civilian medium base operator. Perhaps will give us some encrypted data hacks. Nope. That's fine. Let's... kind of want to get all the vivisections. We'll start looking at the weapons in a second, but I want to get these vivisections out of the way. Oh, I was thinking, it seemed like for our medium bases with the tier 3 stuff, nothing special for the Harridan Warrior. Oh, some of these are just automatic autopsies, yeah. It seemed like they didn't have weapon sergeants or engineers in them, which if it's done on purpose, and I kind of think it might be, it means you can't really jumpstart the next tier of technology too far in a previous tier. If bases don't have certain specialists, then you'll always have to wait for that actual phase to get those guys. And if that's true, that's actually quite good, because I didn't really want, just, spoilers, but there's going to be Mark II and 3 pulse weapons. I didn't really want to get Mark III pulse weapons before Phase 3 even starts. Just unlocking the first phase, that's pretty good accomplishment. And I know engineers and sergeants, weapon sergeants, really unlock the majority of the higher tech. Anyway, a civilian leader? No data hacks. Okay, when we did the Seisons, that unlocked like 2 data hacks, so bad luck for those 2. What was Shadow's real name? Not Emo. I disassembled the alien base just for some more resources. You know the drill. This is the Tier 3 Civilian Warrior. It has better armor. Still weak to energy and chemical, but I don't know if I see his chemical weakness, to be honest. I've thrown a lot of chem grenades at them, and they rarely seem to die, so... Sure, strong against kinetic and incendiary. Energy and antimatter seem to be the go-to. Now, it says he's strong against incendiary, which antimatter is, but antimatter ignores like 800 incendiary armor, so he's still basically weak to antimatter incendiary. But grenades, not super effective, I guess. Like, the plasma grenades. Yeah, we'll have a look at this puppy. This guy's pretty darn scary. He was a dangerous Reaper. I wonder if we've got any of these, if it's worth keeping an eye on. Oh look, we captured a Expert Warrior. Realm's dad. You gotta listen to all the rests at the inn, all the secret Shadow backstories to know those. Okay, good enough for now. Leader autopsy. Pretty much the standard autopsies, nothing new. That was just from us killing a couple. Come on, research. Warrior autopsy. At least you get more fiber from them as you go up the tiers, but it's still not enough to really warrant spending a ton of time on it. Alright, Vivisection. Harridan Warrior, Tier 3. You can process their armor by killing the wearer. For 32 fibers and 16 dents. Not bad. These guys... I guess they're pretty darn resistant to energy. That was something I was aware of, though. The lizard's weak to energy damage. Harridan strong to it. Kinetic is the main damage dealer for these guys, although incendiary is fine. Antimatter, as always, works on everything. I probably wasn't requiring the last name for most of my questions for chat, because if you're putting in the last name, I'm going to say 90% of the time you Googled it. So if you can remember the first name is usually good enough. Reaper Omega. So let's see, what do these say? Like the Reaper Alpha, except they're stronger. Weaker to kinetic than energy, like, you know. Completely immune to chemical, not surprising. But we do a little bit more damage to them. And some more toxic glands. Nothing too super. We didn't unlock anything cool. Let's start looking at some Vindicator tech. That'll be our Tier 3 ballistics. And I assume I caught a couple of those big Reapers. Yeah, 3 of them even. That shock charge did a really good job capturing them. Leader Vivisection, 64 fibers. I'm not going to read it all this time. You guys get the drill. Antimatter seems very OP. It's the hardest weapon text to get, but it is pretty darn good. Cruise Commander. We'll be able to pilot their interceptors one day. We'll just go through all the Vindicator stuff and then we'll go for Scorchers after that. So, Vindicator Pistol. 80 damage, kinetic. Luckily, most of our armor is pretty high kinetic defense, so this is not the most dangerous weapon in the world. Kinetic seems to be one of the more chill damage types for the aliens, because our armor tends to be pretty good against it. Now, their kinetic miniguns still kill us pretty fast, but generally we can shrug off a couple of the bullets. A couple bullets. Vindicator Rifle, still looking at 80 damage per pop, kind of similar to their energy versions from the Seisons. Hypersonic. Pretty fancy. Alright, now we get our own Vindicator tech. Or not really our, but we learn their overall Vindicator tech. Should unlock our own tier. Sniper is up to 100. That would be enough to pierce through power armor, but it would still only do a little bit of damage per hit until they shredded it. So it could be worse. Heavy weapon, 65. I assume this is the one that fires a volley of like 6 or something. 6 or 10 maybe. I don't think it's like an area of effect. It's not a cannon. We'll just keep unlocking stuff. It's all good. Oh, I suppose probably our A team has some of these to disassemble, yeah. If you want some more cores and stuff, you know. That's a lot of cores. And I didn't check for the final wave of live ones. Okay, I'm not going to worry about all that little bits of fiber and stuff. It's fine. Okay, well, you know, some more air game. There's that minigun. Only 50 damage per shot, but they do fire a lot of bullets. These things were pretty scary. See you later, Runes. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. Vindicator minigun. Nothing spare. They only had one! Thornum yearns for action, yeah. What do we get? Bunch of bombers. Air superiority. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a mission this round. We'll see what I feel. I think we're just going to shoot them down. I want to finish our tech and then, you know, we're still so far away from phase 3. We gotta speed this up a little bit. Let's blow these guys out of the sky. We should, unless I forgot, we should have all of our bases upgraded to Corsairs. Most of which have the upgraded Magstorms. I may have missed one or two, but yeah, we should have a full suite of upgraded Interceptors, which is pretty darn cool. I may have missed a couple guns. 2 chat mission squad wipes. Wow. Yeah, I'll have to have... Oh, terror mission. That's just bad luck. Nothing special there. Alright, I'm re-equip the guys that need to be equipped. These Corsairs are much quicker at the intercepting than the old Assyrius anyway. They fly much quicker across the planet. Side bets on the outcome of the chat games. You could just have an honest personal bet with someone else and then give them away honest if you win or lose. Alright, he's just letting the interceptors come at him. I don't really want to... Yeah. I really don't want to. I think we've tried this, and we take a lot of damage, even though it says 100%. I don't know if it's worth it. It's faster, but it's not like... It's not great. It's not that hard to win these in manual mode, right? We'll just spend a little bit of time, do it properly. Okay, that'll do. And then it's easier to just wait for a Foxtrot to come shoot these down. But it's also kind of fun to do it like this. So let's do the little sneaky little Corsair trick. See about getting behind this big boy. And once we got a little bit closer, turn towards them, slow it down. I guess sometimes I'm better than the auto-resolve strategy, right? At least that one I can win on my own. Scorcher rifle, 75 fire damage. Oh, I think I was estimating like 60 or 70, I think. Because the tier 2 one did like 45 damage. This is a lot of damage. Wow, no wonder we were getting shredded by these. Yeah. This is the problem with civilians right now. 75 per shot on a multi-shot weapon. And our classic armor is minus 15. So we're taking 60 damage per hit. 2 hits, you're dead. That's crazy. Buzzard takes even more. Fox would not have made much difference. And Predator's the only thing that keeps you alive at all. Wow. And that was only the rifle. That wasn't even the heavy. Okay, we're going to skip this wave. I think the next wave of UFOs, I'll do a couple. I don't know if I'll do them all, but, you know. We'll try to get the time go by a little quicker by skipping a wave of UFOs. Skip one, then do one. Skip one, then do one kind of thing, maybe. Scorcher Heavy, 65 damage. I think that's... It's actually less. Okay, so the rifle is a lot of fire damage. The heavy's a little bit less. Is there actually anyone who has survived the alien flamer heavy without a shield? Good night, Duke. I assume this is the one that shoots like 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that in a burst. And yeah, who could survive this without a shield? Maybe the power armor, if you're really lucky, but... Gross. Tier 3 fire tech is way too strong. Wow. Well, unfortunately, we're kind of running out of research projects real fast. We haven't unlocked much. Scorcher Cannon, 80 damage. I assume it does an area of effect explosion of fire, that it bypasses your shields and just kills you in one hit. Hey, look. I was kind of wondering if we'd get that. More flamethrower technology. Ooh, my. That might be some hype there. You guys might have something to look forward to. All right. Come on, tech. Give it to blue. All right. Disassembly completed. Alien Vindicator tech. So, basically just their tier 3 kinetic, I assume, for the most part. There's some pseudoscience in there, or technobabble is probably the right term for it. It talks a little bit about how they work. There's some magnets. Whatever. Super accelerated hypersonic weapons of some sort. Maybe we could call it Gauss tech. Coil guns. Magnets. Well, let's learn about Gauss technology then. What are you more hyped for, fire tech or Gauss tech? If Fella was still awake, he'd be hyped for the Gauss. Alright, the flames have turned blue. After studying the alien Scorcher, we've come up with our new flamethrowers. Based on plasma. So look, it's a plasma flamethrower. Cool. It's basically 2 Alenium flamethrowers. It's pretty good. Larger area of effect is very dangerous. Also longer range. But a bit less accuracy. Who needs accuracy? Gauss tech, how does that work? Magic. So, I don't even think we have to build them. Do we just get them for free? No, we do still have to build them. Okay. So let's compare them to the Alenium flamethrowers. Alenium. 5 range, 60 damage, 10 damage reduction. Alenium, or plasma. 6 range, 120 damage, 20 mitigation. So a little bit longer range, like +1 range. 60 and 10 all the way to 120 and 20. So straight up double damage. It shoots a volley of 10 projectiles per shot. That's so much damage. Compared to 10, okay. 45%, 60 and 10 is the same for both of them. 45, 50, oh, a little bit less accurate, okay. A little bit more range, a little bit less accurate. And it said a larger area of effect. So radius 2 instead of radius 1.5. Well, if it's weak to fire, this is now the way to kill it. 100%. So we're going to build a couple of those, no doubt about it. Our first tier 3 weapon that I'm going to build. It's not even very expensive. Let's build, like, I don't know. Let's build 4. There's nothing else to do with our engineers, so there you go. I can't see bringing 4 at a time. You guys don't have enough ballistic cores here. You guys need some more... I don't think they have anything to disassemble, but... Just doing a quick check for ballistic cores available. Alright, well we do need to do some missions eventually. Anyway, plasma flamethrowers, sure. Hype. Alright, Gauss technology. So, that's probably cool. The physics behind the line of weapons is well known. Magnetic fields that fire projectiles. Simple. How does it actually work? It's just like mag technology, except more sensible. Coil-shaped electromagnet pulls blah 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 technobabble. As usual, let's just build some weapons. Blue doesn't have time to read all this stuff. Maybe even we'll get an aircraft weapon. We can upgrade our aircraft to tier 3? Let's get this right away, because it's almost certainly better than the Mag Storm. And if we can build it, I'm going to feel real dumb for building all those Mag Storms. We'll see what this looks like. I mean, we'll just do them all. So the way we do it here is research, and on the 3rd base, strip off the weird numbers, and sure, vehicle Gauss sounds cool too. Okay, give me the guns. Give me all your weapons. Gauss pistol Mark 1. We will we'll do a weapon comparison once we have the full Mark 1 tree, because it really doesn't take very long to research these. So we'll go have a look at them all in a second. Kind of thought we'd get more tech out of this civilian base. No armor at all. No antimatter, no armor. Boo. Anyway, Gauss cannon. We'll compare the stats to that. Let's just finish all these techs for now, but I will compare all those. Don't worry. We're not finished, building the flamethrowers yet. Gauss rifle Mark 1. It's good compared to the Mag Mark 1. We'll see how it compares against the higher marks, unfortunately. Seems to be the standard. But hey, the SMG is back! We didn't get any SMG in Tier 2. So many guns, you got it. Gauss machine gun. Again, I'll look at all these Tier 3 techs in a second. I think we're going to get a Gauss minigun and a Gauss shotgun. Actually, I don't know for sure if we get a Gauss minigun, but I would guess. SMGs. It's been a while since we've had a... We haven't had one since Division Tech, Tier 1. Sure hope it's good. Alright, well... Scientists didn't last for very long. We probably have more scientists than you're supposed to have, I think. Kind of seems that way. Did you see the new flamethrower? Oh yeah. Gauss heavy, we'll have a look. And we're basically out. Unless this leads to a minigun. Maybe? Gauss sniper minigun. Boom. There you go, Thornum. See how this guy turns out. We've got Pulse and Gauss miniguns available. Alright, so everyone's done their plasmas. So now we got lots of flamethrowers. We can burn the world. And our last tech. Gauss minigun Mark 1. Seriously better than Division Tier 1 Mark 1, but worse than Tier 1 Mark 3? That's really disappointing. We'll have a look at the stats here in a sec now. Anyway, that's all our research. I sure hope these weapons are better than whoever wrote those things. So first off, let's look at our air tech. So we got new guns for our aircraft. That's an easy one to compare. Where? Aircraft cannons. So we can build Gauss cannons for alloys and alenium. More than the Magstorm. So we might not have enough to build everybody one, but we could build some. You're still waiting for antimatter? Yeah, I know. Okay, so Gauss, a bit more expensive than Mag. How does it look in stats? Aircraft cannons. Alright, here we go. It fires at twice the regular rate of fire. And pretty good range. A little bit narrow arc, but not too bad. Compared to the Magstorm. Normal rate of fire, 24 damage. Standard range. Good arc, but the other one's pretty close. So what are we looking at? Basically 24 DPS at 300. This would be 30 DPS. That's not much better. That's going from 24 DPS to 30, essentially. With a narrower firing arc. A little bit more range is okay. And then the capacity for total damage. What are we looking at? 750 plus a bit. Say around 800. If that's around 800 damage. Instead of Magstorm, that was around 700 damage. I'm not sure if that's worth a ton of resources to upgrade. Like, it's better, but marginally. Did I miss anything? Like... I feel like I haven't missed anything. Unless I did the multiplication wrong. Better, but not enough for me to invest much in right now. Now we look at the vehicle weapons, because we got a new Gauss machine gun. It's free. No reason not to build a whole bunch of them. I guess we'll just see which one's better, the Pulse or the Gauss, because those are both our tier 3 rapid fire. Gauss machine gun, 22 range, 55 damage per shot times 16, so it's pretty high hitting, pretty hard hitting. Improves the accuracy from lousy to poor, better range, better mitigation, better ammo, by a bit. But does less damage. That was comparing it to Meg. Tier 2. It did bursts of 30, so you get 10 shots total. This does bursts of 16, so you get 12 shots, and then half a one. The higher damage is nice. It probably penetrates through thicker armor significantly. How about compared to Pulse, though? Because this is the same tier. I think this is more. 10 shots, better range, pretty much the same mitigation. Actually, okay, it looks like this is completely inferior to Pulse. Less, well, we could do the math. You'd have to do some more math. Whatever number that turns into versus whatever number that turns into. I think this number is still higher, so I think this weapon is better. Sorry, Gauss Tech. That didn't impress me. Alright. Cool kinetic weapons. Come on, kinetic weapons. We've got a pistol. 65 damage. Ignores a little bit. Compared to Pulse, definitely does more damage than the Pulse one. What's the main difference here? They're very, very similar, I gotta say. I mean, the Pulse laser pistol looks way more sci-fi. This looks like a cyberpunk pistol. I don't know, why would we want this? 65 damage? What would our Mark III guy do? We're probably still waiting for Antimatter Mark II, I know. I think the mag pistol was better because it had that burst fire. We never built any, but... I probably should have built some of these. I still could. But maybe this SMG is worth it. 35 damage. You know, I don't think this is going to work anymore. Tier 2 and especially Tier 3 enemies are going to have more than 35 armor against bullets. It's just going to do 0, 0, 0, 0. You might get some shock sort of slowing effect, but... I don't think that's actually going to hit anything for any real damage. Maybe at, you know, higher tiers, but for now. Gauss Rifle Mark 1. 70 damage, bursts of 3. 65 damage, just bursts of 4. And this is 65 with 25 ignore. This has got like no armor ignore. Gross. Definitely worse than Mag Mark 3. Shotgun is up to 19 damage. 10 shell or 10 spread. Versus carbine. Instead of 19 and 10, this is 15 and 14, but also burst. I gotta say, these Mark 1 weapons at this phase are not good enough. It's actually kind of sad, to be honest. I wish the Mark 1s were more of a clear, at least as good as the Mark 3. They don't have to be much better, but if they're at least equivalent, maybe offering some sort of advantage and some other disadvantage, but right now they're just worse. Hey there, Drow. You know, 150 kinetic damage is nice and all, but our current tech gets us 100 damage with 3 shots, or 220 damage, which is still a lot more than 150, enough to make a pretty big difference. We do have a Gauss Heavy. I've never liked these much anyway, so I'm not terribly worried about that one. And there's your minigun. Kind of garbage? 24 shots is the worst minigun in terms of total bullets. 4 accuracy might be the worst in terms of accuracy. 18 range, 30 damage. So same range, half the accuracy for a bit more damage. I think nothing has even come close to the antimatter minigun. It's getting a little old in terms of how long we've had it for, but I don't think anything can even come close. This even has more range, technically. And way better, well, technically better accuracy. Yeah, sorry guys. I was kind of hoping those would be cool. I didn't see anything there that really piqued my interest. I guess, you know, same as before, same as Pulse, the Mark 1 stuff is probably pretty easy to make. You know, it just costs alloys, so it's pretty cheap, but yeah. I'm gonna build a couple sets of Gauss cannons, but I'm not gonna give all my jets these. I'm gonna build them just for the 3 main teams, I think, and that's just gonna have to do for now, because I don't want to waste every piece of Elenium just making a small upgrade. Well, there's only 3 gurus, so you've got a 1 in 3 chance, right? Oh, they're basically done. I'm like, how long is this going to take? It's an old game. Hard to remember. Well, we're going from blue guns to orange guns. I'm not sure if that's better. Figure blue ankylos are better than orange ankylos. Spoiler? My trivia games are basically all for games that I've covered on my channel, and they are traditionally all channel games that are probably older than the average YouTuber, so I feel like calling them a spoiler is a little bit much. Racist against other ankylos. Have you ever met a red ankylo? You would hate red ankylos too. And orange is pretty close to red. Blue's a lot further away, so it's only sensible to avoid the dangerous colors. They are not friendly. Red is the best color? Well, not for ankylos. Red ankylos are the worst. Okay, well, I guess we're just letting the time go by. We'll probably do some UFO on the next wave. Whatever we get, we'll do 1 or 2 of them. Just to get a mission now. I don't want to, like, grind up a whole lot of resources, but we can do some. Oh, let's see how our cool new cannons work. It'll be way different. Yeah, we'll deal with that shortly. These lotuses are pretty good. I'd like to build a few more lotus if we can, or at least a couple more. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Alright, so this is a straight corvette. Does it have, like, anti-missile tech? I don't even know. It does not. So that's a pretty bad matchup for it. Alright, some more air superiority. Let's show off our, not... Yeah, let me just do the fight immediately. So let's do both of these just to show off the difference. This is with my air powers become something. Yeah, I'm not done yet. But this is with mag storms. I don't think we could just win. Well, do we think we could win it straight up? I think that would still be a dumb idea. I don't think we're that strong. So let's do some at least somewhat sensible. That was not a very good barrel. Ah, I'm not afterburning. Oh, crap. Okay. We had to do a double barrel roll to get out of there. My roll distance was way off there. Let's go around for another round. Turn around, try this again. That's better. Getting the hang of those barrel rolls, that's the trick. Okay, so that's with Meg Storms. We'll check out Gauss Tech here in a second. Alright, Gauss technology. So, not quite as wide of an arc, but, you know, more damage per second, technically, and a little bit longer range. The firing arc is pretty important, though, for the way I play. A really narrow arc is much more difficult to do these maneuvers. But the DPS is pretty good. We should start it on Afterburner. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I think you'd run out of fuel a little bit quicker, but I rarely do combat with not Afterburners on, so it would probably be pretty smart. I wonder if the Gauss tech is enough for us to do these auto safely. When I do these with Mag tech, we usually take 50% damage. We took less. Maybe if we came in with full ammo, we could just auto-resolve it. That's why we need to upgrade. Then we can just auto-resolve those just easily. Okay, well, what are we doing for missions? We could do one mission for each base. Strike Corvette, easy. Strike Corvette, easy. Light Cruiser, pretty easy. Bomber Cruiser, also pretty easy. I don't know. Think I should do 3 missions? Well, future tubers, I'm going to end this episode here. We had a good technology and progress episode. Next time, I don't know. I'll probably show you one of these on the future tubers, and I'll do 1 or 2 more off camera. I think I'm going to do 1 mission per base. Just so everyone gets a little bit more practice. It's been a while, really. 14, 7, 3, and 2 versus 15, 5, 3, and 1. I think I'd rather do this one. That's a lot of Harridan. Let's go for the one with less Harridan. We're just gonna nuke that one. Alright. Thanks for watching, future tubers. I'm gonna get my squads geared up, because that's gonna take a minute or 2. And I'll see you next time for one of these missions. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.